As I'm sure we all know by now, the Houston Rockets live and die by the three ball. By winning 65 games this year and securing the top seed in the West, it was clear that they did a lot more living. With the second-ranked defense in the NBA, the Utah Jazz were supposed to be an elixir to the high-powered second-ranked offense of the Rockets, and this defense is anchored by the Stifle Tower, Rudy Gobert. However, this appears to be a matchup nightmare for the Jazz, not only because they can slice defenses up with precision from long distance, but because they've got a center in Clint Capella that nullifies much of what Rudy is so good at. Case in point, watch how quick Capella is at sprinting down the court. Gobert cannot hope to keep up, forcing him to switch off. Now, he's got to deal with PJ Tucker. Notice how much space he's willing to give to Harden, and luckily O'Neal recovers well. But the Rockets will simply screen again, and Gobert is not willing to leave the paint when the pass goes back up top. And Tucker must feel like he's in a shoot-around. I know Gobert wants to invite the mid-range, but Harden could have easily pulled on a wide-open three. That said, the Rockets set it back up out top, and Capella brings Rudy out of the paint again. You can see Gobert is desperate not to switch and wants O'Neal to jump in there. This doesn't happen, and Harden gets another open three, and they're a bit lucky that it misses. Again, watch how fast Capella gets up the court. By the sheer act of his sprinting hard, it forces Gobert to play Tucker and favors to guard Harden. This generates an easy drive and kick, and the Jazz dodge another bullet when Tucker misses a good look from the corner. The Rockets play at such a fast pace that there will be times Rudy needs to play some perimeter defense. Instead, he stays back in the paint even though he could have closed out to the corner. Exum is late getting there, and they get another good look out of the corner. Even faster now, the Rockets get it to the left corner, and this would normally be Rudy's closeout since he's closest, but it's just not what he does, and Tucker hits another open shot. The Rockets love to run pistol action right away, and on this pin down into handoff, there's no way for Ingles to pursue through that thicket of players, and it catches Rudy again way too low, content to patrol the paint, and an open shot by Ariza. When you see players as skilled as James Harden, Chris Paul, and Donovan Mitchell getting buckets out here, you know they spent countless hours training and honing their craft. You might be a player looking to unlock more of your ability. And the best way to raise your game to reach its maximum potential is by going to Point Guard College. They have camps all around the country that teach you how to think the game. PGC is the only 4-in-1 camp experience in the basketball world, combining playmaking, thinking the game, leadership, and mindset training into a 5-day transformational experience for players. Point Guard College runs over 100 camps in 30 states, so find one nearest you and separate your game from the competition. As if the Rockets' spread offense and three-point shooting weren't enough to be a big problem for Gobert, he also needs to attend to the newly aggressive on offense, Clint Capella. The Rockets have a mandate that he will sprint the floor every time, and if Rudy does go for the offensive rebound, it will be a layup for Capella every time. The way the Rockets run their pistol action to create middle penetration will force Gobert to step up and stop the driver. Capella can clean up the misses all day long. When CP3 has the ball, they will try and drag Gobert up and out of the lane. And on this step-up screen, there isn't a better guard in the league to throw an accurate and on-time pocket pass. Rudy has no hope to stop this finish. Then you throw on top of that James Harden, who is the premier isolation blow-by artist in the league, and this will force Rudy to step up to stop him. The way the Rockets' offense is designed, they are prepared to lob to Capella every time, and they rarely miss these. When they get Harden moving off ball into a handoff, Harden is just too good. Not even Gobert can get a hand on this lob, and Capella just has to jump. More examples of Capella's good hands and ability to put the ball on the ground then finish strong, even when Rudy had a chance to recover. Interestingly, he did switch out onto CP3 and Harden a couple of times, forced to suffer through their ISO dance moves, and forced the miss both times. So the answer is going to have to be to switch a little bit and be willing to get out on the perimeter more and protect the paint a little bit less. Of course, that's easier said than done, and the Rockets could counter with less step-back threes on him and more blow-bys for shots in the paint or kickouts for more open threes. Ricky Rubio is a bit of an X factor as he's a very good defender and will help rev up the offensive engine too, but his hamstring injury looks problematic, and Quinn Snyder will run out of options soon. Keep your eye on how Gobert fares on defense going forward, and while it's hard for me to say this, if Gobert can't radically change the way he prefers to play on the defensive end, the Jazz defense will suffer from his presence on the floor.
What are you waiting for?